Welcome to my kitchen. This is the second episode of Family Favorites, and it is brought to you by Sam from the Misfit Momma and myself, Amanda Jane from Mind Your Matters. That's where you are right now. And if we haven't met yet, I am a mama to 4 wonderful children. I have 8, 6, 4, and 2, and I have a wonderful husband. And he's gonna be expecting a dinner, and my children are gonna be expecting a dinner. So we're gonna make my baked mac and cheese. I do have a video where I went through this in depth and taught and did all the things on the mac and cheese and a delicious ham for my family. So if you are desiring to learn a little bit more and it's less of a Cliff Note version, you might want to head over there, but you can stay and watch this first if you'd like. I am glad you're here, and I do want to teach you or show you a couple things that I've learned along the way. I need to give credit to my mama. Hey mama. She watches my videos. I want to give credit where credit's due, and she taught me about going to the grocery store and getting ends bulk. Meat and cheese ends. Now, everyone that's watching this, you're probably from different parts of the country, and I understand that. But here in the southern Maine area, here in Maine, we have grocery stores called Hannaford's and Shaw's and some other places. Our Walmart does not do it. They do not keep the ends. I don't actually know what they do. Sometimes they put them in a little container and they sell them, whatever. But you can get super nice cheese that's like, honestly, on a dime. So you go and you ask the deli person, you have to go while the deli is open at your grocery store, and you say, can I have a look at your ends, your cheese ends in particular? They do have meat ends and other things like that. They're not always ends. Sometimes they are miscuts or just like not attractive. Maybe it was the wrong thickness for that customer, and they go ahead and they fling it in that, stainless steel pan, and they keep it in their refrigerator. Here I got, and I already used the other half on different meals. We had some quesadilla, cheeses. Wow, we have had a lot of meals out of this. So overall I spent around $4 on this bag. It was $3.71. As you can see here, I bought 2. So the other one was almost around the same price, almost an entire pound of cheese at $3.99 a pound. So we'll let that sink in there. Very good cheese. I usually just say whatever you got. I usually say, please, hots. Put hots in there. They'll put pepper jack. They'll put Munster and some other names I don't know yet. But in here, here's some American. You can tell right off. This is American, but I'm gonna taste it anyway. Yep, that's some white American. It's very good. It is probably Land O'Lakes. It is probably a nice brand that I don't spend full price on. This is a Swiss. Yep, that's a Swiss. See? Look at this. You could put this on a sandwich. Nothing wrong with it. There's something wrong on the piece I just flung on the floor though. Yellow American. I had a whole bunch of other fancy cheese. I had a Munster, like a giant, thick, like seriously like this, but it was like cut to an angle. I think that was the only thing wrong with it, just the way it looked. But I'm gonna melt this down. Let me give my pot a stir. Yeah, we don't want that flour butter mixture, the roux, to stick to the bottom. So as I'm talking to you and watching my milk go ahead and start like having that a little evaporation steam going on, I'm just watching it while I'm talking to you, so I hope you don't mind. So this is the way to go. If you're one of my besties and you live nearby and you're watching this video, can you let me know when you go and they have a whole bunch of extra you're not buying, please? Hey, us mamas gotta watch out for each other. help a mama out. Let me know when there's some cheese ends, or just say, hey, you want me to pick you up some? They got some really good cheese ends here. I'll be like, get me 2 pounds. Honestly, it's the way to go. You can cut this up for little sections for your kids to have a meal, little cheese meal. You know they're gonna eat all your cheese. They're gonna eat you out of cheese and home. They will. Sorry, they will. This is an end to some Cabot block. I buy a giant Cabot block. I'm gonna put a picture of it here. The one I usually buy is so big. It's a good price per unit in what I'm able to buy at my grocery stores in my area. So here's an extra slice of it that's left over. We actually made pizza for some friends the other night when we got our barn door put up. If you haven't watched that video, you need to watch that video because that barn door is absolutely gorgeous. Anyway, that's a part from the point. Back on track here. This cheese is what was left of the big old block that was about this big. It's because I mixed this sharp cheddar with mozzarella that I also buy in cube form, and I shred it in my shredder because I'd rather pay for the cheese than tree pulp, cellulose, what they put in there to keep it from caking. Anyway, that's another video. That's another video you can go watch. I have a video that I talk about groceries in the refrigerator, and I mention why we shed our cheese, why we shred our own cheese. Oh, talking is a struggle. I also like throwing in some fancies. This is a good price per unit. Yes, it's expensive. These, I'll put the price up here. I can't remember right off straight of my head here. But I got some Parmesan, I got some Asiago. I'll put these in there to kind of give it a little extra layer in the tastes. So it's gonna be delicious. I'm gonna put the camera down and you're gonna be able to watch me incorporate my sauce. I do have my hot water going. As you can see there, I've had issues in the past that I forgot to turn that on. We're waiting on noodles. So I'm gonna do the traditional elbow this time. I do like to mix it up and do something different. Do some bow ties, do some whatever your family likes. So my water is pretty much ready here. My roux is still going in. I'm just gonna go at this and hopefully get this mac and cheese done for my family. So you're welcome to join me. I'm glad you're here. Those of you who are wondering what you wait for, you wait for this consistency when it's all running together. That's what you wait for. Your noodles are going, you're doing shift cooking. That's the way to do it. I know shift cooking is not something everyone does. They make one thing at a time. I don't know. I don't think I could do that. Our oven here is preheating to 375 because I'm gonna try to bake these. If I don't have time, it's gonna be okay. It'll be all right because I can just pour these over the noodles. My family does prefer it to be baked. So I'm gonna try my hardest to get that done, but it is 3:54. So it's 4 o'clock. We shall see. I think I can do it because I did start a little bit early because I knew I was going to be videoing, talking, and sharing with you. The kids are having their TV time, which is this time every day so that I can do dinner. They look forward to it. If their schoolwork's done and they've done what they need to do, at least to that point, they go ahead and they have TV time. Doesn't have to be an educational show. They just go and they watch a show that they're allowed to watch. So it gives me a little bit of time to visit with you and a little bit of time to do some peaceful cooking that I enjoy. So I'm so glad you're sticking here with me. We have our sauce still going. It's looking amazing. I might think about adding a little bit more cheese. I think I'm gonna do that. If you watched my video on meal planning, video here, I talked about how we had some party food that we needed to use up. I still have some of that cheese that I'm going to throw in here. We don't want to waste. We want to use it up. So I'm going to go to the fridge and get that. I'm back. So we have some cheddar. No. Yes. Yes. Orange cheddar that I'm going to throw in here. That was supposed to go in some burgers for our party and it didn't happen. So it's better to have more than less in a situation like that. So I knew we'd use it for our own personal food. So now we've got some sharp orange cheddar in there with it. The rest of the sauce is very well combined. So hopefully this goes in even though it entered the pot at a different time. It'll be okay. It works out in the end. It all melts together. It's good. All right, so we're still waiting for our oven to preheat. I'm gonna get some pans out and get ready for these noodles to be done. And then mix a roux, sprinkle a dew, cookie it up, and then it should be ready for dinner. So let's see how it goes. So I've got my sauce here all done, put inside the noodles, which is a very good start. Okay, so I usually have breadcrumbs, but I forgot that I was not buying any more of that because I was gonna use Ritz or just some other things. I like using my heels of my bread. I'll dry them out like toast and then I'll just pulverize them and then add some seasonings if I want. That is not gonna happen because my kids have been Ritz cracker monsters. And we're trying to use up at this point what we have before we make another grocery trip. So we are running low on a couple things, but you know what? It's okay. It causes me to be more creative. So I am going to use some of my kids' pretzels as payback for eating all my Ritz. Hubby's home and he brought in some dirt, so he's gonna be fixing the yard with the kids. Awesome, they're off TV. You might be thinking, why did I not use all that sauce? Well, I didn't make enough noodles for two. I probably should have, but I found that having extra sauce already made and frozen is just as good as having a casserole, you know, pasta already done. So I have all this left here. I've got a decent amount. So you can see, I'm gonna go ahead and put this after it cools down so it can just really chill here. Look at this sauce. Look at this sauce. Just seriously, don't look at my dirty floor. Just look at this sauce. It's been a day. It's been a day. Our pastas in here, our macaroni and cheese from scratch is in here. It's gonna be baking. It's gonna be really delicious. I'm gonna pair it with, I'm probably gonna have like a meatless dinner. So we might have some veggies with it or a side salad, and try not to have too many veggies. We're gonna have plenty of protein anyway in that cheese and plenty of fat, probably. Thank you so much for joining me and Sam. Hey, thank you so much. She's a great friend here on YouTube and I'm so thankful for her. We get to correspond a lot privately and also on YouTube we get to have a friendship and share and enjoy each other's company. And we're so glad you're here as well. If you haven't yet subscribed, would you please go ahead and click that subscribe button. It will say that you've joined the Mind Your Matters family, and you can also click the bell button and make sure that you select all notifications, and you will be notified when we upload a new video so you won't miss out. You won't miss out what's going on around here. All the things. All the things. I appreciate you and thank you that you joined, and we're gonna hopefully get dinner taken care of. Apparently we're outside in the mud, so we'll see what kind of children walk in a little bit for dinner. Mom life. Yep. We're just gonna clean up, have our dinner, enjoy our time together. Thank you for coming here on Mind Your Matters, where we desire to mind our matters so that we can spend more time on what matters, like Jesus and family and serving others. So thank you so much for being here, and I hope you learned something. If you did, let's go ahead and chat in the comments below. I love to read your comments. I love to respond, and you can even find me through the ways, Instagram, Facebook, all those places. So let's connect and let's share with this community that we got going on. Thank you for joining me here, and we'll catch you later. Cannot wait to eat this mac and cheese. Probably eat too many servings. Just saying. Bye. You were curious. The hard work and hubby and the sweet babies.